A cold case possibly finding closure. After nearly 3 decades, authorities have arrested a man they say is responsible for the brutal murder of a 23-year-old San Diego woman. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto. The unclothed body of Diane Ayres was found near the Balboa Park Golf Course back in 1999. She had been strangled to death. Investigators say DNA recovered from the scene finally led them to 52-year-old Christopher Creek. News 8's Richard Allen is live at the Hall of Justice with more on Creek's criminal background and how Diane Ayres' family is reacting tonight. Richard.
Well, Carlo, that's right. Now, Diane Ayres was last seen alive in September of 1999 in her South Park apartment that she shared with her mother, Carol. Now, she had told her mother she was going out for the evening, but never returned home.
But you never forget.
78-year-old Carol Ayres says a day doesn't go by when she doesn't think of her daughter Diane and is grateful that authorities have finally arrested a suspect.
I appreciate all the work that's been done.
Not guilty, denial of all allegations.
Today in court, 52-year-old Christopher Creek, charged with Diane Ayres' murder, pleaded not guilty. He had been extradited from a state prison in Georgia where he'd been serving time on another felony conviction. Prosecutors say that DNA recovered at the scene of the 1999 murder linked Creek to the crime.
Miss Ayres' nude body was found on a secluded turnout near Balboa Park Golf Course. She had been dumped in some bushes.
The only article of clothing on her body, a lone sock.
Further DNA testing revealed male DNA on that sock, and that was matched to Mr. Creek.
Further DNA testing done later in the case found DNA on other parts of her body, which prosecutors say also matched to Creek.
It's nice that it's finally been solved, but it makes you wonder sometimes why, does it take so long?
Deputy District Attorney Chris Lindbergh points out that there are between 2,000 and 3,000 unsolved homicides throughout the county.
Sometimes it just takes a fresh look. Kudos to the San Diego Police Department and the Federal Bureau of Investigation for not forgetting about this case, for putting in the hard work and the time to find an answer for the family of Miss Ayres.
Lindbergh also says no matter how much time's elapsed, victims like Diane Ayres and their families are not forgotten. Also adding that a lot of work remains.
We are not at the end today. This is merely the start. It's been almost 30 years that the family has waited for justice, but we will continue working in the courts to make sure that he's held accountable for the crime that he has committed.
And court records show that over the years, Christopher Creek has racked up a number of felony convictions across the country, including felony car theft. In fact, he was arrested on that charge in San Bernardino County just 1 month after Diane Ayres was killed. Creek is now being held on no bail. If convicted, he faces 25 years to life in prison. Carlo?
Thank you, Richard.